The Strategic Pause, Why Rested Leaders Build Better Futures. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 10 Commandments of Leadership podcast, where we educate, equip, and empower emerging leaders with God-thought leadership, and we present current events and newsmakers in the light, of best practices from the Bible. All week long, as you recall, we have been building toward this moment. For example, we started Monday with sleep. Then we moved Tuesday to burnout. Then to the seventh-day Sabbath on Wednesday. Then Thursday to culture, signals, and adult late-night emails and young people's late-night scrolls. Now I want to bring it all together under one phrase: the strategic pause. What do I mean by that? The strategic pause is the disciplined interruption of hurry, ego, fatigue, overload, and overstimulation in order to recover clarity, stewardship, alignment, and sustainability. The strategic pause is not laziness. It is not indecision. It is not fear. It is not retreat. It is wisdom with a spine. The strategic pause is wisdom with a spine. The strategic pause helps a leader ask, should this be sent tonight? Should this be scheduled at all? Should this child have this device in the bedroom? Should this team be carrying this load this long? Should this expectation be normalized? Should this pace be celebrated? And should this culture continue unchallenged? And when you begin asking those questions, you start seeing just how much damage is created by unexamined urgency. Unexamined urgency. The data make that plain. Glassdoor, a popular job search and recruitment platform, found workers mentioning burnout were 59% more likely to apply for a new job soon afterward. Gallup says 42% of employee turnover is preventable. Its replacement cost estimates show how quickly departures become expensive. And finally, the World Health Organization says depression and anxiety cost the global economy about $1 trillion each year in lost productivity. So the argument for rest is no longer only moral. It is no longer only spiritual. It is no longer only personal. It is also organizational. It is also economic. And it is also generational. And that's where the youth social media conversation fits so powerfully into this week. Reuters reported that a Los Angeles jury found Meta and Google liable in a case involving alleged harm from the design and operation of Instagram and YouTube for a young user. And broader litigation is pressing the idea that addictive platform design itself can cause harm. So now we can see the whole picture a bit more clearly now. Adults are being overworked into sleep deprivation. Children and young people are being over-engaged into sleep deprivation. Teams are now being managed toward burnout. Families are being tempted toward boundary erosion. Organizations are paying for turnover. And culture keeps trying to tell us that nonstop activity is normal. But it is not normal, and it is not wise, and it is not free. That is why I believe the strategic pause matters so much. The strategic pause is for executives before decisions. It is for managers before demands. It is for pastors before programming. It is for parents before handing over screens. It is for teachers before normalizing overload. It is for families letting the night be colonized by noise. The strategic pause protects judgment from fatigue. It protects children from overstimulation. It protects teams from unsustainable pace. It protects culture from quiet erosion. It protects the work by protecting the people. And in your language, this is one place where EMC squared, the egoholism measurement calculated for correction, EMC squared, scratches where the problem itches. Because burnout, poor boundaries, low morale, and preventable turnover are not just feelings. They are indicators. They are measurable costs. They reveal distortions in leadership design. They expose what happens when ego outruns wisdom. So I want to close this series where I believe it belongs. Rest is not retreat from leadership. It is preparation for it. And I still believe this line may be one of the most important lines this week. Hear me. A first-day rest prepares the workers. A seventh-day rest prepares the work. The future may not belong to the most frantic leaders. It may belong to the most well-ordered ones. And if we can teach that truth to not only today's workers, but also to today's children, who are our emerging leaders, then maybe we can begin to build a culture that no longer glorifies exhaustion, no longer monetizes sleeplessness, and no longer mistakes depletion for devotion. That is the strategic pause, and I believe it may be one of the most important strategic moves that a leader can make. Thank you for walking with me, walking with us this week. Bye-bye.